Good afternoon, Boat Club. It is week number 3 already, January 17. It's Monday. Tomorrow is a board meeting. I'm going to get to that in a minute. I wanted to address the installation dinner that occurred on Saturday without a hitch, I might add. We did it this time without using a third-party planner like we have been in the past. So this was all done internally. The full catering gig, it was impressive. And many people who attended are raving about the food, the steaks especially. The food was delish. Sean was totally in the center of his wheelhouse, just the entire staff. So Orion and Tony and Robert and I don't even know if Gigi was in there. The plating and the timing of that stuff was spectacular. I'm so proud of that whole crew because that is no small deal. I have no idea how it's done. Orion told me that he didn't get much sleep the night before. He was worried about it, but man, he pulled that thing off. So congratulations to our staff. Again, we owe a lot of gratitude to them. My heart is full of gratitude, actually, for everybody. The installation dinner was a very humbling event, and it was fun. And I'm inspired, and I think most of the board is inspired, and we're looking forward to doing some more good work. It's fun because 2021 was extremely successful in a lot of different ways, but most obviously financially. We did things that have never been done before, and it's proven with the records, right, with the financial records. But instead of bragging about it, I think the point about it is that we showed that we can make a difference. We can move the needle, and we're just really getting started. By the end of this year, we have 5 primary objectives that we're going to be talking about in our board meetings every month. The highlight of this event, I have to say, was my favorite, and that was recognition of one of our longest term members, Sonia Chandler. Sonia Chandler was recognized by both the outgoing and the incoming board of directors unanimously. She received a recognition of a lifetime of contribution to the San Diego Mission Bay Boat and Ski Club. We gave her 2 little trinkets. First of all, she's Woman of the Year. She is essentially Scuttlebutt, right? We need her. We depend on her. She retired from Scuttlebutt about a month or 2 ago, and that's painful, man. We are paying the price for that. Those of us who actually have to pull her weight now. But as you can see on the screen, at least I think you can see it, she was awarded lifetime membership. Lifetime membership only existed for a short while, I think in the 60s. Sonia will tell the story better than me, but when the club moved, they needed money, so they sold lifetime memberships. I guess she didn't have one. I don't know why she didn't buy it back in the day, but now she has it. The other cool thing, which was my favorite, is we donated naming rights to the front room to Sonia Chandler. So the front room, the sign is being manufactured now. Moving forward will be called Chandler Hall. And I'm very excited and pleased about that. So that's it for the installation dinner. Let's just talk a couple of things about scheduling. Let me swap this over while I try this other screen. We have a couple of important events coming up. First of all, board meeting, like I said, is tomorrow night. We're overdue for the calendar meeting. I was going to do the brainstorming, ideation gathering with members and board members at 6 o'clock and do the board meeting at 7. Now, since the calendar meeting is really due now or overdue. We're going to do that tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Jen is sending out invites for both online and, of course, you can come in person. And this is where we basically take the calendar for the whole year and we go through and we plug in our social events that aren't already populated there, and we assign or look for chairpersons for these events. So that's going to happen tomorrow night. I will get this brainstorming ideation event on the calendar. I'll try to give everybody, I think a week's notice is probably enough. Maybe I'll do it next week, next Tuesday perhaps. But we'll get you advised of that. So coming up, of course, we're going to continue with the Friday night steak special. Actually, the cost of meat has dropped. I don't know if it's going to stay down there. So we're able to hang now legitimately down at that $14.75. Maybe even make $1 or something on that. I don't know. Concerts on the Lawn is being scheduled again, so that is moving forward. I don't think we have a concert on the lawn in January, which takes us to February. Let's talk a little bit about February. Super Bowl will be a big event. We also have Valentine's Day. So we were trying to figure out 2 or 3 things that were sort of coming together about the same time. Valentine's Day falls on a Monday on the 14th. So that's no good. We have Super Bowl the day before. I believe the Super Bowl is the 13th. So that ain't going to work. We're going to do a Valentine's Friday night steak night on the 11th. So it'll be the Valentine's Day weekend, but instead of going out and waiting in line and fighting those crowds and PB and Bayho, just come to the boat club. We're going to do something really cool. We're going to have some crooning going on. Chris is working on the music schedule for that evening. And speaking of the music, we're going to start doing a couple of music events on Sundays. We have a couple of acts that aren't quite maybe loud enough for our Friday night, or I think a Sunday brunch is the right venue for a couple of really talented acts that we have coming up. That, plus we need to start boosting sales on our Sunday brunches. We do okay. We used to do better. I think when we had change of staff a little bit that we saw a drop off maybe, or maybe it was just for winter. But we're going to start encouraging members and guests to show up for Sunday brunch, and we're going to start doing some really cool live music on the deck. 1 to 3 primarily is going to be the objective there. So that's what we have on the calendar. That's pretty much it. I am adding the volunteer honeydew list to our website. So under members, it's a rough draft right now, but we do have a laundry list of things that need to get done. And some of you, a couple of you especially, bug me, where's the list? Where's the list? What can we do? What can we do? It's populated now. There's stuff up there. So if you need to know, if you got an extra 30 minutes or an hour and you want to contribute, you want to, the task vary and the task and skill requirement, but have a look. Again, I've only just begun populating that thing. That will become a larger document at some point. So volunteerism is going to be really important this year. I did some math. We talked about it briefly at installation dinner. And really, there's only 5 things that we have to do in 2022. Really, there are 5 objectives. And the problem is that each of those objectives may have 200 tasks associated with them. So it's 1,000 things. We have 1,000 things to do in 2022 in order to meet our primary objectives. But I did the math and I figured, well, we got a dozen board members, we got 2 dozen active members that also volunteer, and we have a staff of about 10. If you divide that all up, it just means that all of us need to do about a half a thing a week. So it's not hard. It just requires a little bit of time and effort. And so I'm encouraging all of you to do a half a thing every now and then, and we'll meet our objectives. Right now, what you could do is make sure that you're advocates for membership. We all need to be selling the boat club. We do have challenges in our near future, but the primary thing is we need somewhere between 27 new members and 50. We already got some over the weekend. Yeah, I want to say, I don't know, 4 or 5 new members over the weekend. So it's looking up. Come to the board meeting tomorrow if you like. We will be reading in some new members, so you'll be able to meet some of the new folks that have signed up in the last 30 days. And if you want to be involved in the calendar meeting, that's going to be at 6. So look for an email from Jen, our secretary. And really thank you guys. I'm enjoying, for whatever reason, I'm enjoying this Commodore gig, and you guys are so generous with your comments, and for that I'm thankful. That's what I got. So we'll see you down at the club. Okay, check this out. My now the screen of my phone's cracking a little bit, so you're probably not going to be able to see what's happening here. But yesterday, Amy and I, we did good. We got involved in an online auction for kitchen gear, and it was pretty fun, relatively stressful. Her and I both logged in. We created a strategy. It turns out that they had some items that we need in the kitchen. We need added capacity on the fryer, and we need a refrigerated food prep table. So in some of these things work out, you can get them for, pennies on the dollar. Now, a lot of times, and in this case, many things ran up in a hurry. So like we got wine glasses for 30 cents on the dollar. We got pub tables for the back patio, the grill, the deep fryer, probably 40 cents on the dollar, and the prep table, maybe 50 cents on the dollar. But the thing I'm most excited about all of this is the prep table is going to move the needle. It's going to make our operation better. We're going to give those guys another 80 square feet in front of the galley. And so according to objective number 2, improve the member and guest experience at the boat club, we now are going to be able to improve efficiency, serve faster, and I don't know, maybe reduce the wait time. How about that? Wouldn't that be cool? So that was one thing from today. Also, these tables, we didn't get as many as we wanted, but we're starting to populate. These pub tables will go on the deck, the northern deck on the outside, once we get them put together.